Welcome back to some more PGR 4, and we're gonna go back to the PGR shop as we're gonna make another purchase. 75,000 kills for racing tracks, and it turns out that these racing tracks is actually unlocking the Nürburgring for custom match mode and time attack ones. And yeah, 85,000 till we get to this one. As the mon. Save the content, of course. Today we're gonna be doing chapter 7, Flatout, with the highest class of vehicle possible, class A. And I think this chapter is called Flatout because it has mixed events in here. It has mixed events. So the first one will be a speed challenge at Shanghai Grand Slam in Shanghai, clear weather. And this is a Yamaha YZF R1. This is a bike, the only class A DLC vehicle. There's a YZF R6 class B though. Let's see what car we're gonna use. I'm planning to use the 3.7 twin turbo and the TRG21 later. I'm gonna use the 3.7 twin turbo and I'm gonna keep it yellow. No, wait. I'm gonna do black. I'm gonna do black color for this. Hey, we on 10,000 kills for silver challenges and Flatout and stuff. This should be cool. Relays with the highest class of cars possible. Hypercars or supercars as you like to call them. I mean, you can also call them supercars class B, but these are the faster ones, you know. To prove it, we have the speed challenge. Let's go. Let's try to achieve 379 miles per hour. This thing is a beast. It has a monstrous machine. It has a good engine sound towards everything. Whoa. I don't know about the handling though. We'll be able to achieve the speed in no time. And there we go. 408.4. That's a good speed for the car. Let's go on to the next one, which is going to be a breakthrough. You have to cross 15 checkpoints at the New York City track, the outskirts in overcast weather. Alright. We'll see us cross those checkpoints and stuff. Considering that this could be long, there is some things I want to talk about though. Okay, this is weird. This is not what normal overcast weather in New York City looks like. I don't think we ever see this before in any other weather. This is not really overcast weather. I mean, there are clouds scattering all over, but this is not really overcast. This is not the normal overcast weather in New York City. We haven't seen this before. We really haven't. We haven't seen these skies before. Oh yeah, considering that this is a high-speed car, we'll be able to cross the checkpoints very fast. We should be able to cross 15 checkpoints. Also, yeah, there was another thing I want to talk about. So yeah, you know McJuggernuggets Cycle series has ended and it's totally fake. Jesse was gonna unleash this behind-the-scenes footage when the documentary, after the documentary came out. He and Ryan, or YouTube 24, are on good terms with each other again. And Jesse now respects Ryan and Ryan respects Jesse. However, things took a downturn real quick. He released a vlog where somebody just walked into his house and took one of his hard drives, and that hard drive contained the behind-the-scenes footage for the Cycle series. And like, that's really stupid. Why would you take that? I mean I know the reason is because these fans really want behind-the-scenes things, and Jesse wasn't supposed to release them until the documentary came out. But here's the new problem though. The person that stole the behind the scenes threatened the Juggies to get from 100k subscribers in return. he'll give back the hard drive. I mean, he already released a behind-the-scenes video of Jesse directing Psycho Family Halloween. I kind of saw it, but I'm trying not to see any more videos because I want to respect Jesse, and I really do. I respect Jesse and his decisions, and well, yeah. I mean, the security cameras caught footage of this guy taking Jesse's hard drive from outside, and his YouTube channel is by the name of Jugganagus BTS. You can definitely identify the channel as, you know, a person, a guy, a silhouette of a person, you know, that's surrounded by, you know, red wallpaper. So here's what I recommend you should try to do while the fog comes in. This is why we never seen those guys before. It's because fog has surrounded the skies, you know. This is actually like fog with another strange word that I see what to call it. Here's what I recommend you should try to do about the behind the scenes. He's already at 16,000 subscribers now, so here's two things. One, you should possibly subscribe to that channel so he can try to give Jesse his hard drive back. Or two, you should try to find the email address and report him, take him into the police, and get him to give his hard drive back. However, that's gonna be hard because I watched video of someone leaking the channel, and he hid his email address really well. He hid his email account, so he wouldn't get caught. As he said, you know, this guy said there was some way that it could take us to his email account, Google account, as he used to say at least. But he hid it really well, so you should probably subscribe to him, you know, just so everything could be alright. Alright, the next event is gonna be a street race. It's gonna be at the St. Petersburg track, the Admiralty, for 2 laps on the clear weather. I mean, really, like, last event, we really haven't seen the skies before. It was because those guys are actually surrounded by fog. But I really wish that, you know, that could be the overcast weather of New York, but they just replaced it with the new beautiful overcast. You know. Okay, so we already have some cars here for FXX, FVGT, Capel T1, the Rimgame Motorega RTT, and Sabatica SR9 LP2. Some good cars on this race as well. And 2 bikes, yes, 2 bikes, yeah. Whoa, SR9, you better be careful there. Can I get past these 2 bikes right there? I invite you guys like you look for the PGR shop to try to find what pack, you know, of car, you know, on these cars are in, like the FXX. You imagine you're trying to find that, but you can't find any packs. There was another way you can unlock that car. It has something to do with Gotham career mode. It has to do with the special event in Gotham career mode that I'll be talking about at the end of this part. I really like it how the Capel T1 represents a British race car and a Formula 1 car. And such, you know. The Capel T1 just passed a Ford FFTT2. The absolute behind it. Okay, here comes that jump. Whoa. Whoa! Wow, we just wasted the kudos because we got loose. Yeah, we got loose. Don't worry, we'll get back. We'll get back to action. Although I might have to, like, be more recognized with this track. Know more about this track so I can take turns on it better and stuff. Yeah, this car was, I think this car was also DLC in PGR 3. Of course, the twin turbo makes this car more upgraded and more speed. But you know, the regular version of this, as that appeared as regular content in PGR 3 was the Serena 7, you know, by itself. The twin turbo is the later modeled, upgraded car, you know. I mean, I think I already had the DLC in PGR 3, but for some reason I deleted it from the hard drive, which I possibly shouldn't have. Yeah, this came into trouble. Yeah, I kind of got into trouble with the stuff. Because when I bought the PGR 3 DLC, I wanted to get it. I didn't know what I was doing. And the account I was on was my brother's old Xbox Live account. I just bought, you know, Microsoft points without asking his permission. He confronted me about this at a party. And like he confronted me about, you know, the charges from his account. Now I know what I'm doing and stuff. And the DLC pack that I got for this game, I asked him about it and he said yes. And he said yes, I can purchase it and download it, which I did. And how does the DLC keep in the data when I'm on a new account? It saves onto your hard drive. That's what you know happens. The DLC saves onto your hard drive, which is the hard drive that the console's on and stuff. Gotta go a high jump, but this time not get bliss. There we go. That's better. Alright, 2 more turns to go. Go to the high jump, and there we go. We're not halfway through with this chapter. The next event will be a hot lap challenge. This is new, of course. Hot lap. We might have met this in PGR 3 though. Okay, the challenge will take place at Tokyo Truck Ikeme Loop, 3 laps and heavy fog weather. Not that it has anything to do with it, but I'm trying to give out an explanation on what's different about this. So of course, rolling start is the same. Stays in this game as well. I think what happens is that you're given 3 laps. You're given 3 laps, and one of these laps you gotta beat 48 seconds. I think if my memory is correct, I think the challenge ends whenever we get a lap on that time, or the challenge ends when we complete 3 laps of this. I'm not sure, but we can tell you that this challenge is like it's like, you know, getting tense to the part where you're trying to get on the lap time, because yes, wow, we just did that. Because yes, this lap time can screw everyone up. Okay, there we go. Now we're okay. So actually, the challenge ends whenever we complete 3 laps. The entire 3 laps of this. Now, not the challenge ends whenever we get the lap time. Oh, whoa! Yeah, that's a tough one. And it also split second times when you're doing worse or better in your lap times and stuff. I don't get why we keep crashing to the wall. I know the strike is tough, but seriously, come on. We're already like half a second behind from the split time and stuff. Just gotta be careful though. Let's just say we got a better lap time because there was a point where I screwed up majorly. So yeah, here we go, our last lap. Also, when I look back, you know, doing the bike events for Chapter 6, of course, there were actually like 3 events, you know. Well, it has strange weather, you know. Event number 1, the Overtake Challenge with the Los Cortinas. Of course, that, you know, lightning bolt came as a storm, even though that's actually how heavy rain weather works in Shanghai. Event number 2, the elimination in London, well, the storm weather actually changed to heavy rain though, because we haven't seen live boat in there for a while. And event number 4, the snow actually stopped and it's just icy walls in Las Vegas itself. So yeah, this challenge is done, with the last lap being the best lap time. Our next event is gonna be another hot lap. And I think I just saw that just a shot of the car just getting wrecked into the wall. Alright, so we got a complete lap in less than 58 seconds at the Macau track, Avenida D Drive, Water Grace. 3 laps clear weather, of course. And you can definitely tell that this is just a simple track. This is actually not the Guia circuit. We'll get to that eventually, I hope so. Alright, here we go. Going at high speeds most of the time. .49. I forgot that there was also a tenth of a second, 100th of a second difference, you know, in these seconds, in the time and stuff. I can tell that these hot lap challenges will be more tougher than I ever thought. .55.77. Oh, whoa! You gotta be careful there, Carl. Oh. Well, the kills just got wasted there. We may not have kills for clean section, but at least, you know, when we pass the checkpoint, it can still give out the split time difference. I'm thinking about what I want to do in Gotham Korea mode. Anyways, I just noticed that we're on the last lap of this. And then we get off to the last event of this chapter. Where we barely beat our best ride time by 600ths of a second, but we got to the challenge anyway. So Let's go into the last event, which is gonna be an eliminator race. This time it's gonna be a Macau track of Avenida de Amizade in overcast weather. One of these Macau tracks has to be the Guia circuit. It has to be. I don't think this is the Guia circuit too. I don't know for sure. Anyway, we'll see. Another S7, really. A Gumper Power in this, a World Supercar concept. I say 2 bikes are in this too. An SC Ultimate Aero TT is in this. I can tell by that black symbol on the hood of the car. There's also a Koenigsegg CCX in this. Yeah, here's the thing. Some of the cars you're gonna see in this game were also, concept cars back in PGR3. I can already tell there's only one in this game, and I'm gonna put out spoiler world for PGR3. The World Supercar concept is actually ranked the #1 concept car. The #1 concept car. If you go to rank 1, you'll unlock that last concept car. Also, the TLGT1 was number 4. Oh, that was weird. The graphics were blurry there for a moment. It was I know it was laggy. It was laggy in the footage. Yeah, the footage. I was trying to think of the words. So it was laggy in the footage. It was also laggy on my end though, on my TV. Yeah, I can say that it's definitely not the Guia circuit, because the Guia circuit doesn't have this tunnel we go under and then jump out, which is pretty awesome. How this, how Macau works with that. I just really like it when the overcast weather has the sun in the sky. It's just barely covered by the clouds. That's how it's like, in my town, in real life. That's how it actually is. Most of the time, the sun gets covered by the clouds, but doesn't get fully covered. It's just a shade that it drops, Is it going at a high speed though with this car? Man, we're still going at high speed with this car. This car is a monstrous machine. Let's see, the other two concept cars of PGR3, they were the Ford GT90 and the Ford Chevy GL1, I believe. If I'm not mistaken. Yes, I believe that's true. But I forgot what number 7 was. And stuff. I forgot what number 7 was. One more vehicle to eliminate. One more opponent. I say opponent. Let's go in the tunnel. Let's go on the hill and come back by jumping out. That gives us a lot of kilos, and don't get loose so cold. I don't want you to get loose. Okay, so there we have it. That ends our Flatout for this part. There we go, chapter 7, Flatout has been completed. And do we have we earned enough kudos? Yes, we have. That means we can buy this pack, the Asman pack, that's for 85,000 kudos. It contains the Asman DB4 GT Zagato, the Asman Racing DBR9, the Asman V8 Vantage, and the Asman Vanquish S. I think the V8 Vantage was listed as a DLC card for PGR3 too. I'm not sure. Anyway, there we go. There's 95,000 kudos till we reach this and stuff. So yeah, that'll end off this part for PGL4. Next part we're gonna be racing Quest E vehicles again for the Steam World Tour. Alright everyone, thank you all for watching and I hope you all have a very good night.